Okay. Nathaniel, CK time instead of CP time. I can get. Let me guess. Carlos late per usual. Lakeisha, child. It is 7:08. No, that's 7:02. Shout out to the group. Okay, 7:08 if you're from Atlanta. 7:08 is the name of a gay club that I used to run the streets in Atlanta back in the the 2000s when Carlos King was a hot boy in these streets. Mm. So if you're from Atlanta, listen, and gay, you would know about 7:08. So all of my Atlanta folks, if you know about 7:08, Chris said I'm still a hot boy. Well, listen, I did the Chris Brown challenge. Hi, Lionel. Mr. Carlos King Brown. Y'all are funny. So I did the Chris Brown challenge. Okay, I just seen your TikTok. Thank you, Shakita Henley. Look, I'm having fun. Life is lifing, and that's not a bad thing. We have a 7:08 in Huntsville. Really? Okay, what's better, 7:08 or black? Let me know. Okay, so I did the Chris Brown challenge because of this. I'm gonna say this and not take it back. Hey, Heavenly. So I've never been to a Chris Brown concert, like ever. And not for any other reason besides I've just never been to one. I love Chris Brown's music. My favorite Chris Brown album is an album called Fame. It's Chris Brown can sing, he can dance. So I've always liked his music, but I'm not like a Chris Brown fan in the sense of like, going to the concert, child. Like I'm big on Usher because Usher is more my generation. We're around the same age. Okay. Thank you, Miss Lady P. Catch the Caesar interview, y'all, if y'all didn't catch it last week. Okay. So I went to a Chris Brown concert. And no, Diana, I did not do a meet and greet with Chris Brown, baby. I'm not paying $1,000 to stand as a Chris Brown and pose like this. Okay. So long story short, I went to the Chris Brown concert. And baby, I'm going to say this and not take it back. Chris Brown. Thank you, Bianca Edwards. Chris Brown gave a hell of a performance. He was a 10 out of a 10. He can dance. He was flying in the air and he was singing live. And Chris Brown I now see why people have said that when it comes to males, that Chris Brown is the greatest male performer out today. I now understand why they said that. I was super impressed with Chris Brown's performance. So I went back home and started playing more of his music. And then I came across the Chris Brown challenge. And look, I like to have fun. So I wanted to have fun with the raindrops. And follow me on TikTok. We're going to have fun. That's it. Just have fun. Have fun. I don't need all the think pieces because apparently me wearing a red hat causes a stir on Twitter or X. But anyway, it was a great show, a great performance. If you have not seen Chris Brown, I implore everybody to go see it. Speaking of great performances, I was also at an amazing show this weekend. My friend Dustin Ross had a sold-out show, a 2-night show on Saturday in Atlanta. And it was the last leg of his tour. When I say to you, Dustin did not disappoint. He is a comedian. He shared personal stories in a very comedic way. And I'm so proud of him. I was afforded the opportunity to introduce him to. So we had a good time. So that was Saturday. But shout out to Dustin Ross. We had a great time. So no, listen, this has been a great week, and I can't wait to talk all about. What'd you say, child? Okay. Also, Miss Nell is joining us later in the show. So if you caught Love and Marriage Huntsville this past Saturday, you know, not you biting your bottom lip on TikTok. Let me tell y'all something. That red hat does something to me. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna ask Dustin if he feels the same way. When I wear a fitted, I really turn into another person. I don't know what it is, but I like it. Anywho, so Miss Nell is coming. Miss Nell is coming on later in the episode. But first, let's bring on the amazing co-host, Dustin and Claudia.
Yeah. What's up, Raindrop? What's up, Los? What's up, Claudia?
What's up, family, friends? Love y'all. What's up?
That's right.
How's it going?
Wonderful. And thank you so much for introducing me this weekend at City Winery. That really meant a lot. It meant a lot for you to be there and the conversations we had backstage, all that shit. So just thank you, brother. I feel good, man. How you feeling, Claudia?
I don't know what city I'm in anymore.
Yep, you've been on the move.
I'm just home one day and I'm trying to like get everything together. Like I was off on the time today. I'm like, oh my God, I thought I had another hour to get it together. But it's been like nonstop. I went to Houston, LA to work 2 days on a movie, back to Houston, then to Detroit for the premiere of the new movie, The Handyman. And then I got back. I was stuck in the airport. When I landed, I don't know if I have dementia or whatever. I landed and I could not find my car. So I take a picture of wherever I park because the Dallas airport is like 5 miles long, right? So if you're in the wrong terminal, you'll never find your car. I thought I was in the B terminal. I was looking at the B terminal for an hour and a half. Okay, I couldn't find it. Then I went.
Wait, 90 minutes?
Hour and a half. Yes, 90 minutes. It was hot as hell. I'm sweating. I had a breakdown. I cried in the stairwell of the stairs. I know they probably thought I was a drug addict. I'm like, I can't find my car. Then I called the airport security to drive me around to find it. Then I called my ex to come help me drive around. We had 3 people looking for my car. It was in a whole nother terminal. It was in Terminal D. It took me almost 3. I was there almost 3 hours. And I'm like, I am going too hard. I need some sleep. I didn't remember that I parked my car, took a picture of where it was parked. Then I moved my car for some reason. I don't know. I thought when I land, my car will be at the right gate. I don't know what I was doing. But a trip back from Detroit to Dallas that should take 2.5 hours took 12.
Damn.
So yes, it's been like that. And I'm leaving tomorrow for Atlanta. We have our Atlanta premiere on Wednesday. We're doing press tomorrow.
That's
then
good.
Straight to LA, and then I'm working on the movie again Friday, and then I'm hosting something Saturday, and then we go to New York on Sunday. Dustin, I want to invite you to the New York premiere Monday night.
Bet. I'll pull up. Yep.
Monday night, the 25th.
You want to come?
What time does it start?
Yeah, I need to talk to you about that.
Hey, go invite me.
Well, can you come too so we can pre-check?
You see how it is, Dustin? I'm like, oh. Yeah. Claudia says, I have a prior engagement on Monday night. Dustin, you want to come? I'm like, oh, is it around 7 p.m. Eastern?
They pulled me right into it. See?
And you want to take Dustin with you too?
No, I was going to text you to ask you if we can a little earlier. I'm so sorry. It's a good problem to have, but yeah.
Okay, so Raindrops. Apparently, Claudia, live on the air, has a prior commitment Monday night around 7. So Raindrops, if you guys are around what time, Claudia? 5? Is that too early for you?
Depends on glam.
You see how they do me, Raindrops? Well, not they, Claudia. Okay, child.
I'm sorry. It's late. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. It's not usually like this, but all of a sudden it just got like this, and it got crazy. It's a blessing. Because I would like to invite you to the premiere on Monday, and I'd like you to be my date, actually. And then that way I won't feel so bad. But I want you to be there anyways. I know you like New York. It's not DC, but it's New York, and I would love you to come.
We'll figure out what can happen. How about I have my assistant reach out to you to get everything to get
I would
everything
expect
locked and
nothing
loaded.
less. I would expect nothing less.
So, listen, we have to talk about what's been going on in the world of reality television. So, Raindrops, as you know, every Monday night we have a new segment called Shot Topics. Okay. Claudia, did you have your shot?
I can go get one.
Go get it, baby.
Try not to drink so I can be snatched on the carpet when you're my date on Monday.
It's just a shot. Okay, so Justin has his.
I sure do. Brown and ready. And Carlos got that. You don't even have your shot. You just got that. Whatever it is, ginger root extract. What is that? what kind of extract? What you
Okay.
pulled out of some? What is that?
Okay, you ready, Dustin?
Yes.
Okay, it's ginger, apple, lemon, and cayenne.
Damn. Okay, so you're trying to do like this. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I
drinking
need this
those
throat
empty,
right.
nigga. Yeah.
I got things to do. Okay.
I can't drink anymore like that. I'm not really. It's not fun drinking unless it's going to end in a happy ending to me. I like to drink when I'm about to get some.
Dustin, are you like that too?
No, I don't like drunk sex. I want to remember.
I love it. I don't
I
want to
remember what it felt like, what everything looked like, what was dark, what was light, what was big, what was. I want to remember all the, the details, the markers. So I got to be alert.
Okay.
I can smoke and have sex, but I don't really like being drunk.
Do you smoke during sex?
No, you smoke before. Somebody say you trying to kill me, burning me, smoking.
No, I'm just because for some reason, Justin, I can see you doing this in the middle of it,
like
I
taking a break. Yeah,
blowing it on.
I see you blowing on it.
I see him blowing it in their face. I definitely see that.
Yeah,
I see him blowing it.
Take that smoke.
Take a little break, But no, I need hands free, so I can't be smoking.
Well, you drink and smoke. We don't really see you. I never really seen you faded.
Who?
You? Do you smoke?
I don't drink or smoke.
Nothing at all, huh?
No, I have a lot of energy and stamina. Because I work out a lot, so I know how to lift.
You lift.
I know how.
No, you just went in there like that. I know what that is.
You got. Sometimes you have to like go in. You got to like assess the situation. You got to like. Dustin gets it.
I do, and hopefully I get it tonight.
I
had a long weekend.
Do you have someone, Dustin, over there?
Do I have someone? What? Am I dating somebody? Nah, I'm single.
Me too.
Yeah, it's a great
thing. Me three.
Well, we're all single.
We're all single. Yeah.
Child.
Yeah.
And we thank God.
So,
Carlos,
let's do our shot topic. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
Shot topic number 1. Cheers.
Claudia got water.
No, it's banana flavored Malibu rum.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. All right. So first things first.
Okay.
Breaking news. The biggest topic of a couple in recent months has been Love and Hip Hop Atlanta's Mendecee and Yandy. If you watch my interview with Kirk and Rashida, it was the first time that it was talked about whether or not Yandy and Mendecee had an open marriage, because Kirk and Rashida alluded to it in my interview. That interview made its way onto the season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, which airs every Tuesday. And Mendecee feels like Kirk keeps talking about his penis, and he doesn't understand why a man keeps talking about his penis. So that's when the rumor mill started to arise in the sense of, does Yandy and Mendecee have an open marriage? After that, Yandy's former best friend, who I also think Dustin was the assistant, if I'm not mistaken, or
something. There was some other professional relationship as well.
Yeah. So Yandy's best friend and somebody who worked for her did a live and a video and started to reveal that Yandy allegedly had a boyfriend. had a guy that she was seeing. That conversation and topic also made its way onto Love and Hip Hop Atlanta that's airing this season. Mendecee and Yandy had a sit-down conversation. And in this conversation, Yandy revealed that she had an emotional affair. What has been rumored based on Yandy's friend was that this person would travel with them, would be in the same hotels. So it is now a topic of discussion. I would love to get y'all thoughts on it if you've been following this story. Dustin, what are your thoughts on Yandy saying that she had an emotional affair, although her friend is saying something differently?
I'm glad she was halfway honest. I think Yandy told just enough of the truth to be able to say she took accountability in whatever way she felt was necessary. I'm more focused on the fact that the friend told in the first place. To me, I'm sorry, you can call me old school or whatever, but if we friends and we keep secrets, then I'm gonna keep the secrets even after we fall out. And I don't like it when people have a disagreement, usually something that could be solved easily through communication, and then they want to start running all the things that they kept secret during the whatever time things was good. You know what I'm saying? If I was Mendecee's, I would have an issue. I would take umbrage with that because you wasn't saying shit until she pissed you off. You were okay with her being deceitful behind my back. So I don't know. That's just what I felt about it. It was a bunch of their business that I did not need to know. I also think it's of note that Yandy, quote unquote, held Mendecee's down while he did that bid, right? She stayed loyal, stayed, married to him, kept the businesses running, kept the family together. And so there's a part of me that feels like he should have some reverence and respect for that, in addition to the natural respect that you should have if you're in a marriage, whether it's legal or not. So I don't know. My boy Mendecee's kind of dropped the ball on this one. And Yandy, if she cheated, she was wrong too. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Claudia, what you think?
I feel you on that, especially when the way she did hold him down. It's almost like not that she should get a pass, but a little more grace. Because she had the weight of the world on her shoulders while he was in prison. She held it down with much criticism. And that's when there was lots of drama on Love and Hip Hop. She was left holding the bag, like just having to handle everything, and she did. And I mean, maybe who knows what other baggage they have between us. I mean, you never hear Yandy putting him on blast, and I'm sure that there's been things in their relationship that probably weren't flattering to him. The friend, as far as the friend thing, I'm right with you with that bullshit. Like Mad Day, now you want to tell the world. It kind of makes it difficult for people that have a lot more to lose, celebrities, personalities, to befriend and have friends that are outside the business, because like it's a little bit unyoked, I guess. That's not really a word, but not equally yoked. If if this goes left, I'm the one who has everything to lose and nobody knows you. You have everything to gain and I have everything to lose. And then it's like, are you putting extra on it because it could hurt you? I had someone that was close to me that was angry about something, and the first threat was, I'll expose you to the blogs. And I said, well, expose what? And it became like a whatever, like I can make things up, like I have access to your life. When someone has access to your life, it gives it a lot of credibility when they say something. I had a friend that I was really close to before that did this to me, said, first told me you get blamed for everything I do. And then when Mad Day came, was caught trying to go to publicists and plant stories about me. So I feel bad for Yandy, because we don't really know how much of it is because of Mad Day and an exaggeration and how much is actually true. I don't really feel like you can trust those kind of sources to be really accurate. They could put 10 on 20. Maybe it was an emotional affair, but the person's like, well, fuck F that. I'm going to say she was like, he was clapping cheeks, because why would they not believe me? I was right there. And I think that's foul. Even if she was, we got to be able to trust the people we have around us. And that should transcend when you're mad at me.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that. So listen, just to clear the air based on people wondering the validity of Yandy and Mendecee's marriage. So Yandy and Mendecee did get married on television. They signed papers. What Yandy later revealed was that was pretty much a TV wedding, and she did not submit the marriage certificate. However, what happened was, after he was released from prison in 2020, they are now legally married, although a lot of people, including Rashida, are even questioning whether or not their marriage, even today, is still legal. Now, one thing that Mendecee and Yandy did talk about in the episode was the fact that Mendecee has been revealed that he has been entertaining women in the DMs per audio. They talked about, you hurt me, I hurt you. This is what the married couple were saying to each other. And that was the reason why Yandy said she had this emotional affair. Now, within this emotional affair, there weren't any details whether, like Claudia said, was it intimate? Was penetration involved? Was it just conversations? Was it just somebody that they could talk to? What I have been told, and I would love to get your thoughts on it, Claudia and Dustin. I'll start with you first, Claudia. I've always been told that when a woman has an emotional affair, it's worse than physical. Because for a woman, when a woman is emotionally invested in another man, oh, baby, forget about the husband. She wants this man. Claudia, what do you have to say about that?
It's true. We're not wired the same. Like, a man could be totally detached from the person he's having an affair with and just basically get his rocks off and then be like, ill, yuck, bye, I'm going back to my family. A woman, we're a lot harder to do that. It's a lot harder for us, unless you have an issue like, you're a nymphomaniac or whatever, just a straight up whore. For the most part, if she's having an emotional affair with someone, it's a lot deeper. It's way deeper because it's more cerebral. It's more, have you ever dated someone that's like not your physical type, right? But something about their personality attracts you? That attraction sometimes, to me, it's been in my past. Like when I've dated someone that wasn't, I usually date drop dead fine, like your face.
Claudia, your exes are gorgeous. Sorry.
I did, yes. But I have dated a couple uglies. But the thing that made me attracted to them, and those connections were, some would argue, even stronger because that wasn't based on physical. Emotionally, I was there. For me to overlook my physical and get with that, what I'm thinking, what attracts me mentally, it is deeper. It really is. And it's actually, you can argue, a stronger connection than a physical thing. I feel like if she has an emotional connection, that means she feels that she doesn't have one. When you have an emotional connection, it's like you don't feel like your man is really there for you, or you're not feeling seen at home. So you go get seen by somebody else. And once you have that, it's very easy. Like they say women fall in love on the phone, and men fall in love with what they see. Like you're more visual. We are more like what we think, what we hear. So if it's an emotional connection, it's very hard to come back from that, because she's probably disgusted with Mendecee. She's probably over it. She's probably told him 1,000 times about something that's bothered her and he didn't change it. And then you seek it elsewhere. It doesn't just happen because someone's a great husband. An emotional connection with someone else doesn't happen when you're emotionally fed at home. It just doesn't happen. We don't really do that. I've never had two emotional connections at the same time. If I'm happy with my guy, I'm shutting it down with other men because it's like offensive that you would even think I'd go there. But if I'm feeling like neglected, the door's wide open. Now someone can come get me. Someone can come get me if I'm not fed at home. And a lot of times men think I'm holding it down. I'm giving you dick. I'm paying the bills. And they think that's enough. It's not. The emotional, the intimacy, when we're watching the TV on the couch, your hand is always on me, or you're playing in my hair, or you're checking on me during the day. How was your day? Little things like that is what gets us. It's not those big gestures. That's that fake reality TV bullshit. But I bet you she's been lacking. I mean, Mendecee, I'm not trying to come for you. I'm just saying, I'm assuming maybe she's been feeling like for a long time, I've done this, that for you. All I want is for you to like listen to me when I'm telling a story. Stay, be in it. Remember when I told you something, that's what's really important to women. Yeah.
I'm with Claudia on this. I think that you're 100% right about the emotional quotient being paramount, being important, right? We all remember a couple seasons back on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta when there was a conversation. There was a scene where there was a conversation and Mendecee was being asked if he would have stay down, basically, if Yandy was the one that had did a bid and had to go do some time in jail or whatever. And he kind of said he didn't know. He didn't just say yes. And this is post release, right? And I think ever since then, when it comes to the viewership, they have, watched his behavior through a different lens after that. because it was shocking to see him lack appreciation, lack acknowledgement of someone making that kind of sacrifice, a multi-year sacrifice like that. So I think from that point on, it's been kind of a decline as far as people believing in their union. When you add in the late reveal of the fact that they were not legally married, which didn't mean nothing to me. I actually completely understood why they would not enter into a legally binding agreement when he has all those things going on. There could be restitution involved, all that kind of shit. So you protect the assets. That's business savvy. So I understood that. But I also understood why, after Yandy had kind of positioned their relationship as this shield, you know what I'm saying? Where she defended it against his babies, his other children's mothers. We've seen her defend their relationship for so long. So for it to now be revealed as illegitimate in some way, I think people kind of read that as you're lying. You understand what I'm saying? As opposed to you're doing something to be smart business wise. And I just think that all those things compiled together just paint a picture of deceit a little bit when it comes to their union overall. Once you start adding in cheating and emotional cheating and physical cheating, to me, grow up. If you're going to emotionally cheat, you might as well fuck or get fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, either way, you might as well go on and make it worth your while if you're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? All that I think Carlos and Claudia, people say they just had an emotional affair to try to retain some space for grace, or you know what I'm saying? Or I didn't go all the way. I just did that. Fuck that. You just as wrong. You might as well bust. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. So,
well, it's a lot. Once you have an emotional connection, you start thinking about that, trust and believe.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna think about it too long.
If I was a betting woman, which I am a betting woman, I would say that Mendecee lost Yancy, and she was probably open to an emotional relationship with somebody else. The minute on national television, when he was asked if he would do a bid for her, and he said no in front of the world, I think he probably lost her fully that day. Like, or it was a huge crack, because that is something like the world saw you do it, but what you did, which he was not willing to do for you, what you was willing to do for him. And he said it on TV. He could have lied it because he knows the cameras are going on, and said, baby, of course. And then they could have had their real conversation off camera, like, I don't know. But saying it on camera is saying it with your chest. And I think and think about it. We're just viewers. She got to live it. And then she got to see all of our commentary, our show, and 20 other shows, commenting, making, oh, he didn't want to do it for you.
Yeah.
And then when you're over it, then the episode airs 4 months later, whatever it is. Then at the reunion, they're going to hear about it again. I bet you she's been checked out.
Yep.
From that moment.
Yeah. I mean, listen, a lot of men aren't papoose, right? Yeah. And listen, when Remy did her bid, Raindrop, tell me if I got this wrong, although I don't think I do. Remy gave Papoose a pass, a hall pass, saying, yes. And Raindrops, tell me if I got that wrong. I don't think I got it wrong, because she said it in a song before. But Raindrops, tell me in the comments. Remy gave Papoose a pass, and from my understanding, he never took advantage of it. I think that's a conversation, but Raindrops, tell me if I got that wrong or not. So listen, it's when I watch this scene between Yandy and Mendecee, I've been watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta since the Chrissy and Jim Jones days and Mama Jones.
Are they married yet?
No, no, they're not married yet, but they're still together. They're still together.
Okay,
but not married. That scene between Mendecee and Yandy was very different in the sense of their chemistry that I saw years ago. I think, Claudia, you're right, and Dustin, you're right too, in the sense of my opinion based on watching it is something is checked out, meaning they both look exhausted, and my heart goes out to them. Being married is not easy. It's just not easy, but there's some work that needs to be done if they want to salvage the marriage, because I don't see chemistry between them anymore. Listen, and I'm gonna change the subject and go to the next topic. Say what you want about Kirk and Rashida. When you look at them today, they have chemistry. You can tell they like each other. Say what you want. Kirk and Rashida, when they're together, they act like best friends. They like each other. They like each other. Now, granted, do they love each other? Sure, but love ain't enough. Kirk and Rashida like each other, and that's the difference that I saw watching this particular season. So, speaking of liking Dustin and Claudia, Mia B. Lion, aka Mia Thornton, formerly of the Real Housewives of Potomac, is in a relationship with Bobby Valentino. Claudia, I have a legal note. Claudia, whatever you're going to say.
I think the raindrops know what I'm saying.
Okay. Be nice. Thank you. Okay. So
we have a legal note.
Ciao. Ciao.
Shout out to Sunny Hostin. Okay, so listen. I love Dustin. Okay, anyway, Claudia, be nice. Mia,
I'm gonna just speak with my eyes when you talk. Go ahead, tell a story.
Okay, so Mia, who was married to Gordon, and was dating her first love, her high school sweetheart, named Ink. The ink dried up, and Mia has moved on with Bobby Valentino. They're on both together. They are dating, doing a lot of posting, and they're now together. So I would like to go with Dustin first.
Good answer.
So Claudia could get her mind right. So when it comes to Mia dating Bobby Valentino, Dustin, were you shocked? Were you surprised? Is this on brand for Mia? What are your thoughts on this budding relationship?
Well, of the 3 relationships that I've seen her have since we've been exposed to her life, they've all been shorter than her. So not only do Mia be lying, Mia be ducking. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the new moniker. You know what I'm saying, that we have now. Also, they just doing what they doing. They just doing what they doing. They in the discovery phase right now. You know what I'm saying? They just having a good time together. They just having a good time together, having fun on their boat, and that's it. Mia is doing what she did the last time in her relationship with Ink, making it seem like it's so much more intense and serious than what it is. And then in the next vein, she'll cite the fact that in the first picture she tagged of them, she said, "We just having fun." So she'll say, "Oh, I just said we were just having fun," and then put 1,000 on 20 as we move forward with all of this. Bobby Valentino just happy to be there because this is good press for him for once. So, you know, that's just what they're doing. But shout out to Mia. I hope she's having fun. I hope she's having a good time.
All right, so let's get on to Love and Marriage Huntsville. So
Smart man. Hey,
Claudia. No, hi Claudia. What are your thoughts?
You said legal what? What about
I have
legal
a Claudia.
What's the legal note? Listen.
Don't say anything disparaging.
Okay.
Everything's
I'll
alleged.
do all facial expressions, and I think Dustin should translate for me. You translate.
Claudia, what do you have to say?
You said we have a legal note.
Talking about below day on them boats and she's below deck.
You said below deck?
Below the anchor. I don't know. Titanic. Ship's going down. I don't know. You know what? I'm cool with Bobby. Last time I saw him, we were on a video, me, him, and Benzino.
And Anonymous, one of my favorite songs. I love Anonymous by Bobby Valentino. That's my shit.
He makes dope music. It just, this thing just came out of nowhere. And I just feel like, it feels like, I don't know. I don't know Mia like that. I just know that, Dustin, to piggyback off of you, I'm glad Bobby Valentino is getting some good press because he hasn't had good press in a really long time. Like the last stories we've heard were, you know, running from people owing money and stuff like that. And he does look, they actually, I gotta say this. Thank you, Raindrops. They cracking up. They do look really happy together. They do look happy together. I mean, don't know what the nature is. I mean, I look really happy with some of my besties as well. You know what I'm saying? But they do look happy together. She's glowing. She got full on professional glam done. He's happy as hell. He's really not aging. So, hey, if they love it, if they like it, then I love it. I love it. I love that for them. Maybe they can get on Atlanta Housewives or, I don't know, Love and Hip Hop or Zeus.
Zeus.
Okay. Bobby, I love you, Part 2. That's all I have to say.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, that sums up Shot Topic. So I do want to get into Claudia.
You like that?
Claudia got Carlos sweating.
I got you sweating like Mia got Bobby Valentino sweating. Yeah.
Well, he working hard. Mia tall. Bobby Valentino working hard. That's like doing an incline press every time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every time Bobby did upper body.
How tall is Mia? I've never been around. I don't think I've met her.
I'm 5'9". Don't shade me, y'all. Mia's taller than me. Don't do it.
Okay, so she's tall. So she's at least 5'9".
Oh, Mia's like 5'10", 5'11".
Wow. Okay.
Mia's tall. I met in person. Mia's a stallion.
And Bobby
is not.
So you're saying Mia's a stallion and Bobby's a Shetland pony?
Mia's little pony.
A Shetland pony? The little ones.
Okay. So
you said Mia's little pony.
Instead of My Little Pony.
You think Bobby's good in bed? Do you guys get good big dick energy from him?
I wouldn't.
I don't look at him that way.
I wouldn't even know.
Really? Neither one of you look at him that way?
I don't. I mean, no.
I haven't given it a thought.
I'll tell you my celebrity crush offline. It's yeah. Yeah. First initials K. So,
but
anyway,
Anonymous is the jam.
K.
That is the jam. Mm-hmm.
K. First initial K.
Uh-huh.
What sport or what TV?
No, scripted.
First name. I know exactly who it is.
Do you? Okay, wait.
Let me say this. The first name is shorter in length than the last name, right?
Oh, okay, wait. Dustin is really my brother.
I'm about to text it to you. Hold on. And watch me be right.
Is he chocolate?
Me be right, nigga.
Is it Kofi? He's fine. I got a picture with him. He's fine. Kevin Hart? You like him? You do like him short, don't you?
And you like to laugh. Is it Kevin Hart?
Is it Kevin Hart? He's rich.
No, Dustin.
Cat Williams? Coffee Brown with a K.
Oh, okay.
Why am I not in this? Oh, it's my phone.
Yeah.
Claudia, don't say anything.
I want to say, you know, listen, you have some
Claudia.
You have some.
I get that.
Why am I not getting the message?
I'm giving it to you, Claudia.
Where? Oh, he's fine. That's not your usual type.
You said what? I know. I'm trying something new.
He's fine. I would definitely.
First of all, wait. First of all, wait. How short do y'all think I am?
You look taller in person, though, Carlos. You look taller than your professed height in person.
Yeah.
They say Bobby is 5'3". That's what Google says.
Y'all, okay. Anyways, I want to move on. Bobby Valentino is not. Miss Juicy ain't even 5'3". Bobby Valentino is not 5'.
Yes, he is. How tall do you think he is?
I think Dustin 5'6" at least.
Absolutely not.
5'3".
I'm a legit 5'7". No, absolutely not. 1000% no.
Claudia, I can't even talk. Claudia, how tall are you, Claudia? You're 5 what? 7?
I'm a legit 5'7.5". Bobby
Yeah.
Valentino is about 5'3", 5'4".
5'5".
Thank you.
I give him 5'5".
I met Carlos in person. He's definitely not short. Thank you.
Oh, you're not short, Carlos, but Bobby Valentino is. He's not that tall.
Let's move on. This shit is
They said 5'3" is wild.
Hey, he could make up for another area. So we want to get into Saturday's episode 11, Marriage Huntsville. Before I bring on my guest, Miss Nell, to join us, I do want to talk about the episode in general. A lot happened in this episode. So the biggest thing, though,
the biggest
is
thing,
the fact. That was Dustin's episode on Saturday. So what are the
Look at Carlos sweating. Are you crying or sweating? You're sweating, huh? We got you sweating.
I'm crying.
Are you crying? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm sad. Okay.
Wait, what y'all doing Atlanta Saturday? Y'all have fun? Did y'all hang out afterwards and go drink and hang out?
Went to V12 Saturday night. Shout out to Vinny Watson and his incredible restaurant that he owns with Quavo from the Migos. We partied at V12 Saturday night. Cynthia Bailey, you know what I'm saying? Nick Roses. Yeah. Yep.
Yes. So what did you guys think about this? I do want to talk to you. What, Claudia, stop.
There's more to that.
Let's get into the conversation that happened in this episode 11, Marriage Huntsville. One of the things that happens episode was Miss Nell met with her son Lance. First of all, I got so many texts over the weekend about how fine Nell's son Lance is. So Lance is Nell's son. He used to hang out with Destiny. They hung out on the show last season. Lance had a baby recently. And Miss Nell in this episode propositioned to her son that she will stay over his house at least 2 nights a week to help him with this new baby. Lance has, I believe, 1 or 2 children. Miss Nell will correct me if I'm wrong, but Miss Nell wants to help out her son. Her husband, Chris Fletcher, does not like the idea of his wife being gone 2 nights a week. What are your thoughts on that, Claudia? Could you handle, as let's say you were somebody who had a baby, would you be able to be okay with your mother coming over twice a week, leaving her husband to help you with the baby?
Well, I mean, he's feeling like he needs help, right? Like I remember him he was saying he feels like a lot of it is on him. Like, why is the mom not doing enough? If I'm not doing enough, then yeah, your mom can come over and help, but it's probably very intrusive. What's the relationship with the mom though? Like, what's
the mother, the child's mother and Lance, there is some legal stuff going on there that we're not allowed to touch, but for the sake of this conversation, they're not in a relationship and they're not together.
Okay. Oh, then no, then there should be no problem with that. They're not together. He needs help. I don't see anything wrong with that. I actually was, women do it all the time. If they need help with the baby, they have their mom come help out. And I think that's the blessing of having grandparents or having your parents still around, is to have them help out. I think that I would welcome that.
Yeah, I agree with Claudia 100%. And I think as Black people, we need to stop this idea that our kids have to do everything the hard way. If you have a child that is working hard and showing up and doing their part, there's nothing wrong with giving them help to get them further along. If right, shout out to this commenter, Sandy Always Real 3889. It takes a village. And if Nell is able and most importantly willing to help her son with her grandbaby, then what's the issue? And I think that we keep seeing this theme echoing when it comes to the Fletchers of we're helping. But what's wrong with helping if you're willing to, and if you've got it. I think a lot of this is being played against the commentary from the fans. People have strong feelings about nepotism and about people helping their kids out financially and stuff. And I think it's time out for that. We need to start helping our kids out more. We need to start pushing our kids forward and doing what we can when we can. If we have hardworking, responsible children that will appreciate the help, we should do that. So I just, that's how I feel about it.
Does Lance have full custody? Or you shared custody with the mom?
I don't know what's going on, but because a lot of my questions were going to be about the mother of the baby.
Yeah.
But Carlos is saying that there was a legal angle on that we're avoiding basically. That
and you guys, Miss Nell will be able to tell us what she's able to tell us, but based on what the show is showcasing, the mother is in the picture. She's in the picture, but not in the picture of the TV show.
Yeah,
and that's just the basis of it. But in terms of whether or not he has full custody, I do think we could ask Ms. Nell that when she gets on. Yes,
I will say this. Now, what I would probably do if I was Lance, and I had, a lot of responsibilities on me to work with and take care of my baby, and my mom wants to come over there and help, but I know my mother is still married, and she has responsibilities at home. Maybe kind of meet halfway, maybe bringing the baby to the grandma's house instead of her having to leave her marriage and put a strain over there at her house. I think that's probably what would probably make it more palatable for, who are we with the viewers? But personally, let me drop the baby off instead of like making her leave her house and spend the night or stay with me all the time, because then that can kind of cause some friction over there at the house, unless, Mr. Fletcher wants some time off.
Yeah. Yeah. No, listen, it's a tough situation. What I will say is this. I agree with the both of you. I think if you are blessed enough to have a living mother who did an amazing job raising you, I think if your mother is offering her help voluntarily, that showcases to me what an amazing mom and grandmother you have.
Yes.
And I say take advantage of it, because what you don't want to happen in some scenarios is the wrong person raising your child. The wrong person babysitting your child. We do live in a world where, like Dustin said, people do feel like, oh, let me have my kid. Rich, I agree to a certain extent, like have them learn on the job, but not to the point where they are visibly struggling, to the point where they're making bad decisions because you are super hands-off. And in my opinion, I think what Ms. Nell offered to me is beautiful. And one thing that I do want to bring up that a lot of people may not connect the dots, Ms. Nell owns and operates a daycare center. So her livelihood for many years is taking care of other people's children. So if that's her 9 to 5, 5 to 9, and do it all over again, why wouldn't she volunteer to take care of her grandchild, who is somebody that has the same blood running through their veins, if she can do it for the people, her clientele? So I personally think it's a beautiful thing.
That's exactly why she can't do it. Because she got to listen to them hollering ass babies all day at the daycare. She don't want to hear all that gurgling and spitting up and shitting up the back of the diaper. She don't want to deal with all that. When she leave that shit at the daycare, she don't want to deal with that no more. And Chris don't want to deal with Nell having an attitude from dealing with them hollering ass babies all day and now all night with this nigga. So you know what I'm saying? That's probably like Chris, like, hold on, Harpo. We don't need to do this way. You know what I'm saying? That might be why. But I think it's fine that she helps him though. I do.
Yeah. And I think 2 days a week is not bad. I think, listen, she was saying she's moving in, or no shade, Miss Nell. Worst case, if Miss Nell said, how about you two move in with me?
Yeah.
I think that is when things would be more of an issue. And Chris Fletcher, like Dustin said, would be like, now look, we raise our kids to be grown, and I ain't trying to start over. Seeing you take care of another, baby. So I agree with that. Claudia will be back on. She did not get kicked out of the group. She has not ran away with her luggage. We did not send her home. She is not kicked out of the group. She is a founding member. We will make sure she's back on. Okay. So, Dustin, one of the things that happened in this episode that has been the talk of social media since the preview was posted on Friday is the inevitable sit down between Miss Nell and Dustin. I'll do the honors of saying her name the way Miss Nell calls Tisha.
Tisha Scott. Yeah. Tisha Scott and Tisha Scott. Tisha Scott. Tisha Scott and Tisha Scott. I'm asking Tisha Scott. Yeah, that's her name, Tisha Scott. That's right. Full name, baby. That's her name.
Yes.
She does it every time. Every time she brings her up, she says her full name, and I die every time. Tisha Scott, I'm happy to sit down with Tisha today because Tisha Scott said that she's not, it's Tisha Scott every time. I love it.
Hey, Claudia.
I have an appointment to up my G's, and it's so frustrating. We all laughing at my Wi-Fi while I was gone.
No, it's good. No. You just came on right in time. We're gonna talk about the scene between Tisha Scott and Miss Nell, where they sat down and had a one-on-one at a coffee shop that Tisha works at part-time because her husband Marcel has not built her office just yet. Okay, so as we all know, in last week's episode, the start of the season, Nell's husband Chris Fletcher made a comment that rubbed the Scotts the wrong way. He talked about NDAs, and he said that he does not have people sign NDAs, that sounds like some shit the Scotts would do, okay? Implying that to Marceau and Maurice. The wives, Kimmy and Tisha, did not like it, and they confronted, Tisha and her Hennessy confronted Chris about it at Trisha's event. Hey, Tisha Scott. So at this event, Tisha decided to confront Chris and inquire about, why are you talking about my husband this way, in the sense that having NDAs is something they would do. Now, one thing I know about producing Love and Marriage Huntsville for all these years is you do not talk to another woman's husband. I've learned that. I know that's a big no-no. Miss Nell decided to push Chris back and step in front and tell Tisha Scott, don't talk to my husband, talk to me. And that's when they had their little 1-2-1-2. So this sit down was an opportunity for Nell and Tisha to address it. Unfortunately, it did not go that way. Dustin, what were your thoughts on the sit down between Nell and Tisha?
It was doomed from the start. I knew Tisha Scott was ready for war when she pulled up in the Ford instead of the Benz. Normally she'd be driving that Benz truck that they got. They got several nice cars, sports cars, the Benz with the suicide doors, all that shit. When she pulled up in that Ford, I knew Tisha came to get busy. Okay, parked right in the front. Might even been handicapped. She parked right up in the front and pulled up and got to work. Tisha Scott is very comfortable anchoring this cast as a season 1, episode 1 founding member, right? And you can tell because we get to see a totally different, much more confident, whether you agree with her opinions and stances or not, she's very blatant and honest and upfront with them at this point. And so she came with a level of clarity and a level of intention that it was just bound to be a volcanic eruption of arguing when they sat down together, because Miss Nell was on the exact same shit. I don't think they ever really liked each other, ever. I think that they tried to get to know each other and form some sort of cordial working relationship. But when they were at that table, they both was like, all right, now we can finally fucking argue. Let's get it on. And that's what we saw at that table. That's literally what that was. So much so that Tisha was determined to remain in control of the dialogue and remain in the driver's seat. So she got up and left. Once she saw that Ms. Nell was really on that, she left. And so I don't know how they can get to a place where they can talk things out. because they're both mad as hell right now. Well, at least at the time of filming. So that's what I thought. It was. I understood it. I anticipated it rather going down exactly how it went.
It seemed like there was like, you know, when you like ain't really feeling something for a while, and then something happens. Oh, here, this is my time. This is my time to like get in that ass for all the stuff that happened like last year, the year before, and whenever. We're gonna get it all up right now. Again, Nell was right to step in front of her husband and to make it woman to woman, but I probably would have had more success to talk to both of them, because he's the one that you have the issue with what he said about the NDAs. The wife didn't say it.
Right.
You know, Mr. Fletcher said it. So that's really, maybe it's like, hey, you can maybe have addressed it like, no disrespect. I want to talk to you and your husband together. I don't want to talk to your husband behind your back, because that's what we're trying to avoid, right? Being disrespectful, having sidebars with people's husbands, okay? Like they do on Housewives. But anyways, I think that, you know, that was she had the right intention starting off, but it just, the energy was there. And, you know, when you have the cameras on, you already ain't feeling this broad each other. It ain't gonna end peacefully. You're not gonna get it resolved. You're gonna get I checked her, or you didn't check me. It's more about that. It's more about the egos. But again, started off right with like, you know, you're gonna talk to me and not my husband, but it needed to be both of them, and maybe it would have been calmer. Maybe. Do you think Carlos would have been calmer if?
Well, no, I think it's what you two are saying. I think at the end of the day, Nell is still reeling from the fact that she feels that Tisha disrespected her husband. And by approaching my husband, right? My man, right? So that's the energy Nell, in my opinion, had coming in. Like, you disrespect my husband. And because you disrespect my husband, you disrespected me, right? Tisha's coming in feeling like Chris Fletcher disrespected her marriage by telling the world that NDA sounds like something that her husband would do, right? So in this conversation, a lot of it, like you two pointed out, had to deal with a couple of years of issues when Marceau was in Atlanta and there were allegations Marceau was cheating on Tisha in Atlanta. Marceau told Tisha in the parking lot, I was there with a friend. That friend was Chris Fletcher. And then that's when Chris Fletcher said, I was with Marceau, but not for a long period of time. We had one meeting. And that's when Nell was like, yeah, girl, he was with me. We went to the Piccadilly or Home Depot or KFC. I forgot what it was, but Miss Nell.
Wiggly, hell, yeah.
Okay, got the 2 + 2. So the thing is, to me, you two are right in the sense of they both came in with that energy, rightfully so. Rightfully so. But it obviously did not go as planned. So without further ado, let's bring on the one we're talking about. Raindrops, give it up for the beautiful, the amazing. Her Wi-Fi is better than Claudia's tonight. About it. Give it up, y'all, for Miss Nell Fletcher.
Woo-hoo. Hello.
What's happening, Nell?
How y'all doing?
Hey, welcome.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, so Miss Nell, before we get into your storyline this season, we had a segment called Shot Topic, and I want to ask you this.
Okay.
You've been very open this season. I'm sorry. You've been very open about something you dealt with in the past, right? When it came to your marriage and the infidelity that you experienced in your marriage, right? On the recent episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, a couple named Yandy and Mendecee had a conversation, and Yandy, the wife, admitted to her husband that she had an emotional affair with another man. So, Miss Nell, I want to ask you this. What is worse in your opinion, the physical affair or an emotional affair?
Can you hear me?
You got a fan on or something, Nell?
Yep.
It's
That's what
on.
it is.
You got that on high.
It's down low. Give me a sec.
You got the Angela Oakley fans over there.
Okay, the
Okay.
Beyonce fan.
Angela, yes.
The
Can you hear me now?
way
Yeah.
better.
Okay. Sorry about that. I apologize.
That's all right.
Ask me that again, Carlos.
Yes.
You couldn't hear over the wind.
Miss Nell, as a married woman who experienced infidelity years ago, I do want to ask you, what do you think is worse? An emotional affair or a physical affair?
I don't know. They both terrible. If you ask me. Emotional. Women are very emotional. Physical. Now you're touching. So I don't like neither one. I would have to say that either one. It's you kind of putting your marriage in a funky space to even trying to make it work or get back together, especially as a woman, because we are emotional, very emotional creatures.
When you say that, you mean like, do you think it's more meaningful? Like I was telling the fellas earlier, I think women, we fall in love with what we hear, and like when we're on the phone listening to your voice, and it's like it's less based on looks for us, right? Or physicalities, right? Of course, nobody wants to imagine the thought of their man, being intimate with another woman, but it's even the fact that you love her, wait, you care about this person, like you really like you that.
It's the emotional is actually, Claudia, emotional to me is worse than physical.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's hard to pick one, right? Because you're like,
it is
for me. Suck.
Yeah, they both suck, but emotional, there's feelings involved. That's it.
That can linger on and turn into a longer connection.
Exactly.
It's like longing for the person. You're thinking about them when you're with me and all that.
And it's hard to come back from.
Yeah.
But they both suck, and they both warrant an ass kicking.
Right. Neither. I wouldn't recommend neither one. Of course, physical. You touch men. Sometimes with them, it's wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and they're good. They can move on. But if they're emotionally attached to another woman outside of yourself, then that's harder. That's a hard pill to swallow. So I would have to say emotional.
No, I definitely agree with that too. So the biggest topic tonight, Miss Nell, has a lot to do with you volunteering to stay at your son Lance's home for 2 days to help him with his newborn baby. There's a lot of questions and commentary about this, and I would love for you to address as much as you can, understanding that when it comes to the mother of this child, we want to be able to leave that alone, her privacy. So, but as much as you can you explain to us, just for the record, so we're able to move on with the question? We know that Lance has been married twice, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so Lance has been married twice. And how many children does Lance have?
Lance has 3 beautiful children.
3 beautiful children. Okay, so when it comes to your volunteering to help out Lance, explain to us where that comes from. Because a lot of people, Ms. Nell, I'm sure you read the comments, they feel like your son is grown. He had 2 wives. If he can lay down and make one, he should be able to stand up and take care of them on his own without you. How do you feel about that?
Actually, to a certain extent, I agree with them. Most of the time, everyone hears me going in on all of my children. With Lance, let me say this first. He's a hard worker, and that's why I agreed to help him. Lance will work from sun up to sundown. Lance is the person that I have to say, hey, Lance, go home. Lance, clock out. Lance, you just can't leave the job and then go fall asleep or get up the next morning and try to do quotes and be back on the job at 7 o'clock in the morning. Lance make sure his kids get to school. For 2 of his kids, he actually have joint custody. With the one he has now, he has temporarily full custody. We're not sure how long it's going to stay that way. That's the most I can say about that. We have to go back to court here real soon. But Lance is hands-on dad.
Mhm.
He's very much hands-on. And the reason why I said I would go to his house is because if you heard him, he was at my house. And correction, Lance has his own home. Lance has owned his own home for about 8-10 years now. When he first got his small child, he came here because I'm on the safety plan as well. So this is why I'm so involved, because I have been placed on the safety plan. He was here in one of the guest rooms. The reason why I volunteered to go to his house is he will get up in the morning, and it kind of remind me of when he was a teenager back at home. It's like, oh no, hell, wait a minute. Now we got to close doors around here.
Oh, because you and Chris be getting in, Miss Nell. Yes.
And it was sometime about getting it in. I mean, if you used to sleeping with your ass out.
Yeah, talk about it. Yes.
Sometimes I get hot and I don't want to throw the cover on. I throw it off.
Might just want to be laid up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I get it. I get
you
it.
know, this helps a lot.
Yeah, I forget they here, because he will keep his baby all night in the room. The house is big. Let me say that. So he'll be on the other side of the house. So I'm forgetting that he's here, and he'll just come in, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, oh shit, let me try to, throw something back on me. And it's like, this ain't working. Then he want to come in and like, hey, y'all decent, y'all good. Oh, dad, and just come right in. Hey, mom, and give me the baby. He already got up and got dressed for work. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Fletcher, like, good morning, son. Like, okay. So that's why I thought I was doing Fletcher a favor when I agreed to say I just go to his house 2 days, maybe 3 out of the week, so Fletcher can have a break. Hell, I guess he didn't like that, but I was just trying to help out because he come in, like I said, hand me the baby. He's already ready to go out the door. He's talking to his dad about work or some quotes or contracts he has to do, or want his dad to meet him out somewhere on one of the job sites. And I'm like, you know what? It's too early for me to be talking about this, or I just can't come in my room like this. I'm not used to him just being at the house. So maybe I'll go to his house, then let me be the person that gets up and put my damn clothes on and go out the door and leave. And I don't have to worry about him just coming in, dropping the baby on me early, and he gets to go out the door.
That makes a lot more sense. Like what you're saying, because without your explanation, it could seem like you're babying him, you're doing too much, you know what I mean? And now you citing the fact that he, the care that he has for the other 2 kids, and then having temporary full custody of this one, clearly he's not a bad dad. Clearly that means he's a really good dad. And the fact that you see your son working so hard, I love that you said hard worker, and you want to give him a break. And then you go into his house is more to keep your house peaceful and your comfortability in your house. That makes total sense. Like, nah, you ain't about to have me having to put down clothes and I'm home and I want to be butt naked, my man with the fan on.
Exactly.
Right? Exactly. Like, I'll just come over to your house and, but does it feel overwhelming now? Do you feel like you bit off more than you can chew, or are you cool with it still?
I'm cool with it, but I would be lying if I sit here and said, oh, I didn't bite off more than I should have, being with everything I have going on right now. It is a lot, but I'm willing to do it. I signed up to do it, and I'm gonna do it. That's what grandmoms are for, which I think I'm a glam mom. So I'm gonna hang in there, and I'm gonna see him through it. Like I said, I signed up for it. I told my husband what was going on, and like he said, sure, that's our grandchild. We're not gonna have her anywhere else. So
So what you're saying is Destiny
in a child care center, and the baby be somewhere else, but in the custody of us.
So what you saying is Destiny saw Chris over there taking care of them kids, or Lance, excuse me, taking care of them kids good, getting up, going to work every damn day, holding it down. She said that's a good man, Savannah. That's why Destiny wanted some of that, ain't it? That's what you're saying. She saw his work ethic, what kind of man he was, and that's why Destiny was like, sign me up. It makes more sense. See, that's why we needed to have this conversation. We getting light shed on everything tonight.
Yeah, now we know.
Yeah. Well, Lance said Destiny wants to build a man, so I don't know.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, Destiny is still my friend. That's the hard part, that I did not want them to get involved to begin with, because when things like this happen and it doesn't work out,
you're in the middle.
Yep. I'm in the middle. I'm sandwiched in. And then I got to hear her side. I got to hear his side. And it's like, you know what? This is.
And your godson's side too, right?
Oh, no. You know what, Dustin?
A lot of sides. It's a lot of sides.
Yeah, I'm just getting hit and blows from every direction right now. And I'm trying to like hear everybody out. And it's overwhelming. Really. It's a lot.
Don't you want to tell everybody just like, you don't want to hear it? Just keep me out of it. Work it out amongst yourselves. I don't want to be the sounding board for everybody in the middle.
You know what, Claudia? That's where I'm about at with this shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm tapped out. Fuck it. Like, y'all do what y'all want to do. You damn grown. You're going to do what you want to do anyway.
Exactly.
You don't damn listen. But every time I say that, I'm crazy as hell. Miss Nell crazy. I'm over the top. I'm loud. I don't listen. No, I listen. I'm tired of they bullshit. This is what I was talking about when I said I didn't need therapy. They ass needed therapy. You know, I'm minding my own business. They don't want to have all the issues, and then they bring it to me, and then it gets dropped off on me, and I got to listen to all they shit. I'm good.
Well, you seem to be good now, but you weren't good when, what's the name, Dustin?
Tisha Scott. You say her whole name every time. That's how I knew she had pissed you off like that. Because when you're getting them interviews, looking beautiful with all your shit on, you know what I'm saying? You sit up there, Miss Nell, and Tisha Scott. And see, I sit down, and Tisha Scott said, that's how I knew. I said, when she's saying that full name, she hot. She hot.
We love it.
We love it. We love it.
It's good. It's good. It's good. So I want to take you back to the moment where, you know, this season, it did start off with you seeing that Latisha Scott and Marcel, Kimmy and Maurice, they did have issue with your husband making the comment that NDAs seems to be like something that their husbands would do, Marcel and Maurice, and not necessarily him. And that Tisha was not happy with that comment. I do want to ask you this. Do you understand where they're coming from, or were you more upset with the fact that Tisha addressed your husband? And based what I'm learning about marriage, when a wife has an issue with the husband, the wife should address the wife. Was that your issue, or both?
Well, actually, let me say this. I understood exactly where they were coming from. I even said to him, what the fuck? Like, that's the part where when you do not know what you're doing and you new at this, and you let somebody kind of sidetrack you into catching yourself up in something. Can't say, but the conversation that was being had at that time, he didn't do a good job in that conversation and handling his words, and with a pro that he was sitting down with that know how to handle her words. So he fucked himself, honestly. But with that said, I'm the one that actually said to Latisha, you can go say something to him. Because I cannot really say exactly what made him say that, or what was his motive of saying that. I'm not him, basically. Right. If I feel like something is wrong and it's bothering her, then it needs to be addressed. What I did not expect was her to go over there and just run straight in and go in straight attack mode. And I was trying to hurry up and get over there and like, whoa, no, you get. At that point, I had changed my mind. Like, no, get your ass, get on back over there. Because I did not think she was going to go over there and go in on him like that. I thought she was going to go over there and maybe say, hey, Chris, can I talk to you for a moment? Because I knew the guys had already talked. So I thought she was going to pull him to the side and talk to him or some of that nature. But when I seen her going straight up in his face and hand out, I stepped in. I was like, no, we're not finna do this. This. I didn't expect her to do that.
So you were okay with her having a conversation because you're the one that you did tell her, like, go ahead and go talk to him. But you didn't like, she just came in on 10 and she needed to come in at like a 6 or a 5. She was just came in too hot, a little too hot.
Yeah, she came in very hot. And that's what I did not like. But I did tell her she could go talk to him. Yeah, I did do that.
So what Claudia and Dustin picked up on the energy that you both had in your one-on-one sit down. So when you sat down with her, what was going on where the two of you just did not appear to come to an agreement just based on having the conversation in the first place? You brought up the fact that, look, I'm trying to explain to you where all of this came from. The Atlanta trip, your husband saying that my husband's with him. Would you like to clear that up too, since you weren't able to get it out in the one-on-one, Miss Nell?
Yes, actually, what happened was Marceau. This was like 2 years ago. Marceau and Fletcher met up in Atlanta, and I was there as well. And I know I was there because I was having the girls done. And a lot of people don't like to talk about that type shit, but that doesn't bother me. It is what it is. Yeah. If I was not there, I would tell you I wasn't there, but I was there. I have receipts showing that I was there. I actually was in our Airbnb. Fletcher went out to meet with Marceau because Marceau was considering putting a black restaurant in Atlanta. So they went to look at some land, and then from there they went out to eat and went to Atlanta Fish Market, one of our favorite places, and theirs too.
I love Atlanta Fish Market.
Yes, so they went there to eat and everything, and from there Fletcher came back to the Airbnb because he was taking care of me. So I knew where he was. He wasn't even gone that long, maybe 2 hours tops. When it aired and Marceau said, Letitia questioned him, and he paused for a very long time. And then he said, I was with a friend. And the suspense of everybody wanting to know, and he says, Chris Fletcher. It's like, what the hell? Now you look guilty. You're making Fletcher look guilty. The damn phone over here is ringing off the hook. Like, what's going on in your husband? Did you know your husband's in Atlanta? I was there with him. Calm down. I'm wrapped up in shit right now. So it's good. We're good. So for her to bring me up and bring this up and say that my husband keeps putting her husband's name in his mouth, and I was like, no, Marceau started all this shit 2 years ago. He started this. Now, did Fletcher add on to the fire? Yes. With the damn NDA shit, he did. I will admit that. But do not make it seem like it's Fletcher. And that's not true. Marceau has a hand in this shit too. And that's why I was trying to explain to her. And it was just, she was coming at me. I was coming at her. She didn't really want to hear what I had to say. At that point, I had to tapped out because I can't hear. We were talking over each other at that point. She was trying to say what she wanted to say. I was trying to get out what I was trying to say. But I know that she was heated with me. And at that moment, I was heated with her because she had, at that point, she got in my husband's face. And I didn't expect it to go that way.
So let's talk about the transparency piece, Ms. Nell. I think a lot of people would love for you to clarify exactly what it means, what you mean when you say that Letitia and Kimmy as well have been less than transparent in their expressions of what's going on in their lives. What is it that what areas or what things do you feel like they could be more transparent about? And in what ways could they be more transparent about those things?
Okay, for Kimmy to make the statement, you think we don't want to talk about our husbands cheating? Hell, nobody does. I don't. But I'm not, if it's known and it's out there, of course, I'm not going to sit and lie. I'm not telling them to come front and center about something they say they don't know. Okay, I'm good. You don't have to. What I'm saying is, do not always come to me asking me about my family, what's going on in my family, my husband, my children, my grandchildren. It's always what, oh, hey, Nell, we heard this, or Nell, you knew about your grandbaby, or your husband did this. But then when it comes to your husband or your spouse, what you think, or I'm not talking about that, or we're not talking about that. That's not being transparent. Stay the hell out of my business if your business is off of the table. Like,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Say that again, Claudia.
I was like, doesn't seem like that happens a lot though. You know, like everybody want to be in each other's business, but nobody wants to be fully transparent and tell their own. But that's kind of like what almost all the reality shows are giving a lot of times. That's why when someone comes along like yourself, that's pretty transparent. People rock with that. They like that because a lot of people, how you gonna sign up for a reality show and then you can't talk about things and then you get mad when people go and ask you your questions. So, you know, keep doing what you do. That's why they rock with you. But I get the hypocrisy of it all. It's actually fucking annoying, right?
Right. It is, because I get like shut down if I ask a question about them or something of their going on, not necessarily in their household. That's wrong terminology, but something that's they're dealing with, or something that's been said out in the streets or in, you know, social media. If I say something, it's quick to we're not talking about that. Even Letitia said at the last episode, and I said, well, you're always talking about my family and my kids, and we do, and we will. Okay, then keep that shit across the board. Let's talk about your shit too. That's all I'm saying.
One of the things that people said, Miss Nell, they feel like when it comes to Tisha Marceau, that since day one of them being on the show, they have been transparent. People feel like Tisha has addressed people saying her husband had 20 women. They said Tisha has showed you guys her family, Miss Wanda, her uncles and aunties, cousins, and all that. They feel like Tisha has shown you her issues with the girls. Some people do feel like Tisha has been transparent, and they don't understand why you feel like she hasn't. Can you touch on that?
Well, for me, you can't please everybody. Everybody's gonna like who they like, defend who they're gonna defend, whether it's Tisha, whether it's me. Hell, they know what the hell real transparent is. Hell, I can show my damn family all damn day long. I'm doing that now. And if my mother was alive, I would show her too. So, you know, it is what it is, because I've been commenting about that too. So look, it just is what it is. Everybody's gonna decide what they figure, who they're gonna rock with, who they're not gonna rock with, what they like, what transparent is to them, and what transparent is not. So that's their definition of transparent. That's them. That's their opinion. They have a way to feel the way they feel. I have a way to feel. I can feel the way I feel.
Miss Nell, can I ask you if you want to if you care to put a name on it, who's probably the worst at shutting you down? Because I see a lot of people in the comments responding to you saying you feel shut down. They're like, don't let it happen. Like they don't want you to like feel shut down. So is there one person that you would say or in particular that does that the most to you, that you feel like is closed?
You said closed?
And yeah, like they try to shut you down and doesn't want to like give up their information.
Letitia is the one I argue with the most. Letitia Scott is the one I argue with the most.
Go ahead and say that full name for us.
As far as me and Kimmy, we really don't have nothing. There's nothing.
Miss Nell, who do you feel like is the least transparent person on the cast?
Ooh.
Is that many to choose from?
No.
Dustin.
I have to say Kimmy.
You said
Really?
who?
I would have to say. Well, see, I done because I know she had a cancer issue, but that's why I said people identify transparency as different.
But I want to ask you about that. So you feel like Kimmy is the least transparent person on the show. Tell me why you feel that way.
You know what? I don't know. Maybe it's destiny.
Well, okay. So you,
I'm trying to think like when you're talking to the. I really don't talk to Kimmy. I talk to Destiny. But I know there's a lot she says she can't talk about too. Trish just lets it all damn hang out there. So it I don't know. Me and Letitia, hey, it is what it is. It would have to be Destiny or Kimmy for me. It between those two.
So I have a question for you, Miss Nell. Part of what fans love the most about you and Chris's contribution to this cast was your beautiful family, right? We were really introduced to you all and seeing the relationships and the complexities of the relationships between you and your adult children. And we were fascinated at seeing that. And one of the most memorable scenes that was you all were really vulnerable and brave to share was when you all were sitting around that dinner table and having a family conversation, and things kind of got heated between your daughter Lexi and the rest of your family. And we know that there's been some videos made where Lexi kind of shared and expressed her feelings. What do you want to share about how you feel about that? Because we were introduced to you loving your daughter Lexi, and we saw you all working through some very personal issues on the screen, and you were brave to share that. With the recent, expression of feelings from Lexi, what is it that you want the audience to know about how you and Chris feel about that part of your family and that dynamic? Is there anything that you want to share to the audience?
Well, for me, Dustin, I would not entertain that.
Okay.
I did not know there was an issue when Lexi came to the dinner table. I thought we were one big happy family. Of course, over the years, there's always been Lexi, the one's not in the household. Even we try to do the most for her when she do come to the household. I had no idea that there was an issue. Actually, when we sat down at that dinner table and things started coming up about me and her mom's past that we had already talked about, and we were good. I was just at their house probably 3 weeks or so before we decided to sit down and have that dinner scene. We were all hanging out there. I want to say I stayed at her mom's house for 8-10 hours. We all had drinks, liquor, having a good time. So you think you know your family and you don't. You think they're over something or you pass something, and it's not. You get all these feelings and emotions that come back up that someone make you think, okay, we've gotten past this, we've conquered this, we're family, we locked in, and then the damn dinner scene, and it's like, checkmate, we're not. Put y'all ass on blast, and it's like, whoa.
Okay.
Here we go. I did not see that coming.
Okay.
Honestly, I was told that we set her up. That's not true. I would never put none of my children on here for a setup. She was never looked at as a bonus child. Anyone who knew me, they knew I had 4 kids. A lot of people did not even know that she wasn't mine biologically. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do that.
Miss Nell, with everything you have going on, right?
That's an old enough grandchild that I'm sure that still loves us, and we cannot see right to this day. And there's other grandchildren that are smaller, that all that has been stripped away.
I get it. And I wish you all healing with that, Miss Nell. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Miss Nell, with everything you have going on, right? Like, you're a mother, you're a wife, you're a grandmother, you're doing this show, and you have all these people that are using you as a sounding board, complaining about each other, right? And you're trying to navigate and balance all that. And then on top of everything else, helping out and being away and being with your son, helping out with the baby, your grandbaby, 2 to 3 times a week. Do you feel stretched? Do you feel like overwhelmed? Do you feel like you have too much on your plate? Or is it just like, I know, Black women are used to just putting on the cape and just figuring it out. But do you ever feel like I'm overwhelmed, like I need a break? Because it's easy to make it look easy, but I would imagine that's a lot to deal with.
It is. It can be very stressful.
Mm-hmm.
I have kind of like broken down. I wasn't always in my world. My mother, Lord rest her soul, I wasn't allowed to cry. It was you're strong, suck it up. You got this. This season, hell, all I did was cry. And I don't know if it's because my mom is gone and I'm able to start releasing some things, or because she's gone and I don't have her to run to say, hey, I need help here. I need your advice here. How would you handle this for as tough as everyone think I am? Yeah, my mother was very tough, and she didn't play when it came to those young men that I'm dealing with now.
I hope you cry more as a point of release, not sadness, but to release, because it's not even. I think the world expects women, Black women, the heads of their household, the heads of their families, the matriarch, to be Teflon, to never show sadness or emotion. That's not weakness. No. You know what I mean? And and you got to put your mental health first. And it's okay to scream and be like, I don't like, that's what I'm saying. All these people relying on you and complaining to you about each other. That's a lot you're taking on everybody else's stuff. Where's your time? Like, where's your time where it's about you? And are you okay? Do you need a break? Let me give you a break and not like dump all my stuff on you. So I hope I'm trying to encourage Black women to take that damn cape off, because we put on ourselves.
Yeah.
We take pride in I'm a strong Black woman. No, I'm not saying that anymore. Like, nope, I'm weak. I need help. I can't do it all anymore, because there's nothing wrong with that. And I hope you know that,
you deserve self-care, Miss Nell.
Yes.
That's why we want you to get that closet. Did you get your damn closet yet? Did Pleasure build that closet? That's what we need to see. We need that closet up and rolling. That's what we need.
No, I did not get the closet.
Yes.
It's actually been on the back burner.
Okay. But we rooting team closet. We rooting for your closet.
Yeah, but and the thing is, what the world will see later on this season, because we're still filming, believe it or not, is the world will see a lot of what Nell is going through. We just sort of scratched the surface in terms of what she is going through. But one thing I will say is, Miss Nell, you are an amazing addition to this show, you and your husband and your family as well. You know how much I love you. I think you are funny. Me and Miss Nell have this thing because she yells, child, and Miss Nell yells at me, honey, when we see each other, child. I love it. But no, Miss Nell, you are a firecracker. You are definitely, listen, like I said, you're a great addition to this show. And Claudia, you don't know this, but Dustin does. We wanted Miss Nell on the show for many, many years, and she was like, I don't want to do it. But she finally said yes a couple of seasons ago, and you are fantastic. And I do want you to, listen to Claudia too, because she is right. You are a representation of a lot of Black mothers who are the sort of the emotional head of the household to where you are there for every single body. And oftentimes you may feel depleted at the end of the day because you gave yourself to everybody. And what I don't want you to do is have any stress added to you, because that could cause some health concerns. And we all want you to take care of yourself. And like Claudia said, it's okay to ask for help. And it's okay to say, I feel weak today. You're not a weak person. You're having a day of weakness. And it's okay to embrace that and to ask for help. And I want you to ask for help the same way people ask for your help. So please take heed to that. And
it's okay to say no.
Well, and it's okay to scream. We like it. We actually like it when you scream. That's one of our favorite things about you. So yeah.
Scream. And I don't need to do that. Sometimes that's done out of love.
Yeah.
I do not scream just to be screaming. I do not yell just to be yelling. I usually do it for it's compassion of, I'm trying to get my point across to you. Like, I need you to hear me. Now, if I'm in a boxing match with Tisha Scott, then that's different. So, that's a different type of yelling.
Yeah.
But most of the time, you know, everybody says, oh, she's loud, she's yelling and screaming, that's how she does. Well, you know what, guys? I have a lot of children, and they are adult children, and that's not always easy. I do not have the perfect family. Okay, yes, thank you. You say they're good looking, they're beautiful. Well, it's a lot of damn headaches coming with being good looking and beautiful. So it's not easy
Don't
trying
to
tell them what's right, what's wrong. I get it, Claudia. You are a very beautiful
every
lady.
day.
So
we get it.
About like
it's troubling.
Yeah, it is. You know, I sit down even with them as adults. I tell them, this is what you need to do. This is how you need to move. Do not take this for granted. And then they go out there and they fuck up. And it's like, here we go. I told you this shit. You didn't listen. So that's what gets me to
that decibel level.
Right. And I go from 0 to 100 because I have sat down and had these conversations with them. It's not, I don't have just one child, and they're not children. Like I said, I don't just have 2. I just don't have 3. And then if you throw Lexi in there, there's 4. And they all have some shit going on or that they do that I don't agree with. Yeah. And I have to take it as it comes. So if that makes me loud and, you know, yell, then hell, I guess that's just what it is. I'm not like that all the time. You know, I do, you know, get caressed by Fletcher, and he do
caressing. We like that.
Of course. I didn't get 31 years for nothing. You know, it's 31 years this year. So, and
that's why he didn't want you around to Lance's house at night. He wanted you home with him so he could caress.
Right.
You want to
correct?
Right.
Yeah.
He likes my leg to be thrown over on.
Okay, well, Miss Nell, we ain't gonna keep you too long.
You don't want to sleep in that bed by yourself.
Well, go please your man, baby. We love you, Miss Nell.
Yes, we do, Miss Nell.
Thank you for coming on Monday Night Live.
I did get the closet just Dustin. Hopefully I get it. Yep. But I did get something else. I don't know if I could say it, but
no, you can't.
Okay.
Well, can I just tell you?
We'll see it coming up. We'll see it coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Miss Nell, I want to tell you, I'm looking at the comments. I hope you go back and watch this show tomorrow or whenever you get time, just so you can see all the love you're getting in the comments. People saying they want to see a spinoff with you and your hubby. They love you. They love your energy. And I just want to say your hair is super cute. Like, I want to try that hairstyle. Super cute. I want you to go back.
My wig, girl.
Well, it's a good ass wig because sometimes you can tell. And
send it up, throw it back, and then put it back over and push it up. I like that nasty, sexy hairstyle look.
That's that bedroom hair. Go in your bedroom.
You already know. You got bedroom hair right now too, girl.
Yeah, but I ain't got no one in my bedroom right now.
I know you ain't got no problem in that area, girl. You ain't got no problem in that area. You too beautiful. I can already tell. you make it do what it do.
I mean, I'm fine. But check out
Well,
the comments tomorrow because I want you to
Yeah.
see. I want you to receive all this love that you're getting, and people saying, "Take the cape off and put yourself first."
Yeah. So
Thank
take
you.
heed to that, Miss Nell. We love you, Miss Nell. Thanks for coming on,
Yes.
boo.
I love y'all too. Thank you so much, Carlos, for having me.
No,
Yes.
thanks for
Much
having
love,
us
Miss
too.
Nell.
We love you, boo.
She's
Yep.
cute. I like her.
Yep.
No, she's good.
She has a cute. I like women like that. You know, I like the yelling, the cussing. But then you can also tell, like, sometimes people that come off like that are the ones that actually do have the biggest heart. My grandma was like that. She talked so much shit, dirty ass mouths. But you need to stay with her. You need help. She's doing it. You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
how I see her.
Yeah.
Love that.
No, that's exactly who she is. And listen, Miss Nell is somebody, she is like that on camera, off camera. Like she is who she is, and she stands on that. But no, so thank you, Claudia and Dustin, for another
Thank
great
you.
episode. Is
Thank
there
you.
anything you want to promote, Claudia, like the show you're doing next Monday because you're using your PTO? Go ahead.
It's not a
FMLA.
show. It's the nationwide premiere of the movie Run. We're gonna be in like 1,400 theaters
Give it up.
nationwide.
Hell
We have
yeah,
an
Claudia.
Atlanta premiere on Wednesday. We have a New York premiere on Monday. We have another LA premiere the following Wednesday. They're going really hard. We're like promoting. You know, with Black films, you know, check your ticket subs the first week or two. I mean, the numbers will dictate when else gets greenlit. And this is Black people in sci-fi. You know, we don't really get a lot of that. And I saw a couple scenes. When I tell you, it looks surreal and beautiful. So I'm super excited. Carlos, I know you're probably interviewing Michelle Obama or someone of that stature. And if you're not, if you have one day off, if you could just come up to New York and just be with us, and we could just pre-tape on Sunday. And you know, I'm just saying, I would love to have two of my favorite men in the world there. You know, we haven't done our hanging out together, three of us, and it's an important night for me. So it's very important.
I'm down.
No,
I
love you.
however I can. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the details, Claudia.
Please.
Of course.
Okay, I will.
And is this the movie Drew Sidora?
Yes.
And Erica Mena, and who else is in it?
Erica Pinkett, Marcus Houston, and also Annie Alonso, my best friend, who's the one that got me in the film. And she also got me into another Chris Stokes movie I'm working with. I'm going back and forth to LA. I'm working again on that on Friday. So, and also people that are in Dallas, come through. I'm hosting Brew City this Saturday with Marlon Wayans. It's an all-white party. Come through. It's going to be lots of fun. And, you know, and you guys both have an open invitation to Dallas. Because I would love to show you my city. It's a fun city.
I'm going to get that lemonade.
No, we'll make it work. Dustin, you just wrapped your very successful tour. Or anything going? Are you going to rest and just like, or are you working on other things as we speak?
Working on other things as we speak. You know, this thing don't stop rolling. But I just want to take a moment and thank you, Carlos, and thank you, Claudia, because both of y'all showed up as my friends for me. Just showed up for me as I'm doing this tour and as I, you know, was embarking on something new that was important to me, and that was gratifying in a way. I have a tremendous amount of professional respect for both you, Carlos, and you, Claudia. And so seeing y'all pull up for your boy, that just really made a nigga feel good. So I thank you, you know what I mean, just for being my dogs and showing up off camera. That's the shit that matters. So thank you.
And you're so good, Dustin. Like, you know, when you go to something, like one of your friends got a showcase and you're like, maybe I'll see this bullshit. You're a good friend. But I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this chapter of your you're good. You're just naturally.
Thank you.
Just
and it's only the beginning. No. I told Dustin, I said, my favorite joke is when he talked about growing up Jehovah's Witness with his mom. And then he had a story. Wait, what was the location, Dustin, with you and this guy? And
we were at an Irish pub back in Michigan.
Thank you. Yeah, that's all. It's a St. Patrick's story. But no, when I say to you, and then listen, he also was like just throwing jabs at people, and I was in the audience because you know people be like this, Claudia, and I'm like this the whole time. Don't laugh, straight face. But you are hilarious. Comedy is definitely your thing, and Listen, I'll end by saying this. The beautiful thing about what you guys are doing is it shows the individual talents that you guys have, like Claudia acting. And I know she makes her own jokes about, I did bad acting, look at my Tubi movies. But, you know, the fact that you are going to be in a nationwide movie is stellar to your pedigree. And you already know, I think you're hilarious anyway. So that's nothing new. But the fact that you are diving more into your acting bag is great. And the fact that Dustin, because I brought some friends with me and they said, oh, he's a comedian? He was a comedian? I'm like, so he launched a tour. He made no announcement. So I saw that to say to you two and to the Raindrops watching, lean into your talents and your passions and don't feel the fear of the unknown. Just lean into it, get better at it, get better at it, get better at it. And you will succeed. And then Claudia and Dustin are a testament to that because they are doing big things at the same damn time. And God is good.
Try things that are not in your comfort zone. I mean, my first time being a movie, I was like, I know it's horrible, but then the next one I was better. The next one I was better. Like, don't be afraid to fail or to have a setback. And that's how you grow as a person. Like, who would have thought you were a comedian? Who would have thought I'd be acting? Carlos, you're killing it in all genres, like reality. You're going to be doing scripted, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing your thing, and look where you started and where you are now. That is from not staying where you are comfortable. You could have stayed a segment producer. You have your own entertainment company that is arguably the top one out there in the game. There's no argument. You are.
Black,
like, and that comes from
production company. Like, that's huge, right?
It's very huge. Black man too. Like, yo, that's hosting your own reunions. Like, you had to step out on a limb to do that. And when people criticize us about whatever, okay, but do you have the guts and the balls to go try something that makes you uncomfortable? Or do you just sit at home on your computer talking shit about those of us that have the bravery to do it? So I don't care if you don't think I'm good at something. I'll be good at it next time. How about that?
You know they can kiss my ass. I can give it down. So yes. Yeah.
No, so I love you guys. Claudia, I'm going to work on trying to see you Monday. And listen, Raindrops, I'm telling y'all now, more than likely we'll do this next Tuesday, okay? Because I want to make sure that everybody is focused. So
we doing something in New York anyways? I thought we were doing something in New York anyways.
Well, you didn't tell. Anyways, she tried it. But anyway, we'll try to figure out something on Tuesday. So if Monday Night Live may come on Tuesday, because listen, I think I can speak for the three of us. This is better live. So we will we'll figure it out. We'll clear the schedule. This is what we can do. But thank y'all for another successful night. Raindrops, I love you all. Yes. Love and Marriage Huntsville every Saturday. I am dropping an exclusive interview this week. It's not tomorrow. Watch the Caesar interview from Black Ink. But I am dropping an interview with a housewife.
Oh, which one?
Of a city that's currently airing.
Miami. Miami is the only city that's airing right now, correct? Or OC. Miami and OC are airing right now. Okay, well, look, we'll see. I guess we'll see. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I think we lost Claudia. Good, because she'll spill it. All right, love you guys. We'll see y'all next time.
Love y'all, Raindrops.
Bye.